So it's a new model year change on the EQS, but this is not a facelift, and yet there are some significant changes that have been made to the car. The first point, that it now has the option of a much larger battery, a 118 kilowatt hour battery, which of course means more range. But it's not just because of that battery that you get more range. There are a lot of changes that have been made mechanically as well. The DCU, where basically you can decouple the front axle from the rear, even on the four-wheel drive model, which makes it more efficient because for the most part, you don't really need four-wheel drive on this car when you're driving in the city. That's one big change. It also has a new heat pump, which uses less energy. Another big change, and then the third big change is the recuperation. Well, now it is more efficient and you get more of the battery power once again from recuperation than on the first iteration of this car. Same platform, otherwise there are no other mechanical changes, but you can see from the face, of course, there is a big change in the styling. Now you can still get the AMG line, which has the big Mercedes logo here in the middle, but the standard car, if you will, is this one. So it is a huge difference in how it looks. It looks more like a Mercedes, it looks more like an S-Class because you've got this chrome detail that's been added up here. And by the way, it looks like it's 3D, but it's not, it's all still flat. So the aerodynamics don't get affected at all, but it looks completely different. The lower half of the bumper has a little bit of that AMG styling still with the chrome detail, but it's really this part, which looks like a traditional grille, which makes the car look so different. And then you've got the upright Mercedes-Benz logo. That is again a brand new addition that's been made to the 2024 model year car. A couple of quick changes on the inside as well. Now the rear seat of an EQS was always luxurious. It is still the lap of luxury, but it's gotten a little more luxurious, a little bit more like the S-Class. First up, the seat itself. Now you can see that it's beautifully finished and it has this little bit of a bulge here and a little stitching detail. Not just a design detail, there actually is more cushioning here. It gives you better under-thigh support. Based on customer feedback, they've added that, and honestly it makes the seat more comfortable. You can also recline the seat like before, but you can recline it more than it used to go. So it goes all the way to a 36-degree angle now, giving you a little bit more of that laid-back feel. Speaking of which, you could always push this seat further up front to just get more legroom. Now you have the S-Class-like chauffeur package, or they call it the executive package here, where basically it folds forward, moves forward, and then kind of flips a little bit over to just maximize the sense of space and the actual space. Yes, that's comfortable. Oh yes, I could do this forever. Now, the reason I'm also very comfortable, doesn't look like much, this little piece, but that's a new addition, again based on customer feedback, where you now get a better angle to put your feet down on, and it just helps with the under-thigh support and the back angle. Honestly, this really is very comfortable. And as I said, I don't really feel like moving, but I will tell you that the car does get an addition on ADAS as well. There's a new feature for autonomous lane changing during even high speeds of all the way up to 140 kilometers per hour. What that means is that the car will switch lanes if it sees an obstructing vehicle in front on its own to keep maintaining the speed that you're driving at. That's pretty cool. The hyper screen, we are used to it on the EQS in India. Well, in some markets across variants it wasn't standard. That now is standard across all variants of the EQS.